My name is Yukio Nagata, and the title of this piece is Tree of Life. Recycling is really my life. I have a habit of picking up the things from the curb in New York City because I live in Astoria, Queens, and there are so many perfect furniture left on the curb to be picked up and picked up by a garbage truck. And I just can't really help picking them up. And even if they are kind of, a little bit broken, it's also fun to think about what I can do, what I can use it, how can I, fix it. That's really a part of fun. And I was also last year working at a thrift store at Long Island City, Queens. And that was quite an experience. It was really fun. And I was able to get an opportunity to take a look at it from inside the operation, what's going on. And quite good number of things are donated to the thrift store, but not all of them are recycled. Things are sometimes broken, or clothes are too worn to sell, or torn, or frayed, and we didn't have a manpower. So if we consider that that's not going to be sold, we just put them in the black big garbage bag and left to be picked up and used to wipe out the machine at the factory, or wiping the oil, and probably after that it's going to be trashed. And when I was looking at them, why so many people just trash clothes or shoes so much? And it seems to be just only one season, and people just get rid of the clothes, and not even worn. Sometimes people just donate, and it's good to donate, but it makes me think that the life of clothes is very, very short. And they're going to, many of them end up at the landfill. And it, made me think, I may be able to do something. So then, one day, I decided to take off the tags of the clothes that I was going to put into the big garbage bag. And they are actually the tags I cut from the clothes. And this is not even a one-day work. It's just about an hour or so. And I was able to cut so many tags from the clothes. And now they're used, as in one of my pieces. But all, the main portion, the clothes, they probably, wipe out the oil or machine, and now at the landfill. And it's really a shame. And the life of the clothes should be much longer, fabric should be longer. And I remember that clothes are just getting cheaper and cheaper. It wasn't cheap, for instance, about, 30, 50 years ago, it wasn't this cheap. And why people just trash it? Probably because it wouldn't hurt. Clothes are so cheap. And just buy a couple of dollars clothes online, order them, and just buy a new one again and again and again. Then we should have then some sort of recycle system. We should recycle those frequently trash stuff, but we don't. Why we don't? Because recycling itself is not financially sustainable. Think about large-scale recycling, like a plastic. Like the oil industry says that the plastics are renewable resources, recyclable, but in the past, 10%, less than 10% of the plastics ever made are recycled. All the others are in the landfill or in the ocean, you can hear in the news. And even the small scale, we don't really recycle or reuse, not even recycle. We don't maintain the phrase, just something used is really a good thing. And I think making art is some sort of making a statement, like asking or telling to the public, we can do something about it. Let's do something about it. I think that's one of the things art can do. And also in the small scale, I'm just after I said that I'm all for recycling. I not only doing making recycled work. I'm recycling those pieces from the jeans and making the practical item and selling. But this kind of thing actually takes time and effort. And many people think that it's a recycle, it may be cheap. Why it's so expensive? And actually, recycle costs more money and time. And that's one of the downsides of the recycling. So we have to educate the public that recycling costs time and money. And also we also have to tell the public that recycle is it's not always like a new and a clean and good. There's something that has previous history can be good too. So it's a kind of different point of view. And eventually people just don't buy, even if you're supposed to be, that's a good thing to do, if it's really attractive. People is gonna really get it. So, when I'm thinking about my work, I want to make it as attractive as possible. And I want to make it small and kind of lovely piece I wanted to make so that someone actually want to pick it up and want to pick up in the wall at home and want to see it and get the daily reminder of our responsibilities to the planet. So when I heard that my piece was sold, I was so happy and I thought that my mission accomplished. Thank you very much.